I got the things needed to cure the mother.
Uh-huh.
I came home.
Mother is dead.
Who killed the mother?
We are recording.
You want me to show you my rules?
Yes.
You want me to
No.
put my dice tray out here so they're locked in?
Yes.
Yes?
Alright, we can do that.
Alright. Here's my dice tray. Okay. Let's see. Alright, before we get started here, are you ready?
Yes.
I thought I would show you a map of, no, it's not a map of the world, it's a map of the continent that you're on, just so you have an idea
Alright.
of the world. Okay, this is the continent you're on. The continent is called Faerun. And the world is called Toril.
Where? Where are we?
Okay, I'll show you. Now, bear in mind, this is a continent, right? This is
This ain't the whole world.
North America, for scale purposes, from California to New York, is that one. Okay,
No.
this is 600 miles.
That's a big lake.
Yeah, from here to here is 600 miles.
From where to where?
You cannot call that a lake.
600 miles.
Yeah.
What the
This lake is
hell?
huge.
Yeah, the Sea of Fallen Stars. Yeah,
That's
it's not
a
really a
whole
lake,
sea.
it's a sea.
That's the whole Mediterranean right there.
What the
Yeah, it's
hell?
bigger than the Mediterranean. I think this is the size of the Mediterranean.
What the hell?
That's the Mediterranean.
Yeah. All right. So Luna, you're in Evermeet, right?
Where's Everly?
I'll show you. So Evermeet, I think I told you last time, Evermeet is the island nation where the elves live. And it's a long way to the west of the main continent.
This is the main continent?
This is the main continent. Evermeet is here. This is the island of Evermeet.
600 miles.
Yeah, it's
Your weight.
it's like 2,000 miles by boat.
What?
Yeah, it is a long way. And in comparison,
Gotta make a teleport rune.
Luke, you were in Sundabar last time. Okay, Sundabar is right here,
Ah.
and you were going to the Citadel of Many Arrows, which is right here. So you went from here to here. You were walking this little section here last time. Baldur's Gate is right here.
Ah.
Okay.
My home.
Yeah, I can give you more zoomed in maps here. So this is Evermeet. That's this.
What?
What are you doing over there?
I'm an elf.
You're in the city of Luthelspar, which is right here on the island. Okay.
I know
Is that
you're an
the
elf.
main capital?
Yeah, that's the capital.
I know you're an elf.
This is the
But what are
island
you
of
gonna-
elves.
Yeah,
Yep.
but what are you gonna do on that?
Jeez. And then this is the Sword Coast,
Oh,
which is this section of.
Oh.
So you can see better. Baldur's Gate is here.
Yeah.
Sundabar is here, and Citadel of Many Arrows is here. So you started here and went this way. And this is where you're from. Okay. Put your phone away. Give me that.
No.
Then keep it away. Or it will be confiscated.
Oh no.
Alright. Don't eat your XPs. That's a lime.
Magic, it's gone.
she's consuming XP.
You're gonna go back down to first level.
I'll eat so many. You won't even know how much I eat.
No, that's the whole point. That's why you can't eat it, so that I know how many XPs you have. If you eat them, then I don't know how many you have.
Just keep my XP. It's that easy.
Does that make sense?
Just don't eat your XP. It's that easy. Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense, Luna?
Why make XP Skittles when they're so delicious?
Alright, I'll go bring something else.
That makes sense, Luna. Map.
You want me to
Yeah.
bring something else for
You
XP?
understand where you are in the world.
Nah, you can keep that here. You can find something else as well. What?
You understand where you are in the world,
Indeed.
in the scale of the world.
You mean in the continent?
Yeah, I mean, really, you've only been on this little section. There's all of this continent left, and even so, you're like 3,000 miles away from each other.
That's good. You don't want to be near him.
You don't even know him.
I know.
He's not your brother.
Or your cousin,
Yeah,
for that
who-
matter.
Who are you?
Or your idiot.
I'm glad I don't know a stranger.
And not your idiot cousin, for that matter.
All right, who wants to recap last time?
I mean, I just watched like
Okay,
a third of the video.
okay, you can recap what happened last time.
So, I was sent to the place. I don't remember what the dwarf
Sundabar?
heaven. Yes, Sundabar.
Sundabar.
Yes. I was speaking with two dwarves. I don't know their names. I don't remember their names. Yes, they were talking about how Clan Battlehammer was really good.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right.
So I walk away awkwardly,
Yeah.
going to meet I don't remember. Mr. Captain Man.
The captain, yeah, I can't remember what his name is either. Began with a B.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, keep going.
Alright, so
I can look it up if you really want to know.
Yeah. So I met up with him and the sketchy guy who was really gross.
Brath.
Brath. Ah, yes. Mr. Brath.
Mm-hmm. And then the sketchy guy is Nazad.
Yes, Nazad. Yeah. He was our guide to the orcs who were supposedly weakened.
Mm-hmm.
But when we arrived, we went scouting. We arrived. We were taking night shifts 2 at a time. Luckily, I'm such a good leader because if we didn't, we found out Nazad betrayed us because of the other guy who was taking a shift at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Found out Nazad betrayed us, and he went to the orcs, and they didn't attack him, and we started running.
Yep. Yep.
And then we encountered many unfortunate events and lost 2 of our scouts.
Yep.
Very sad.
Well, you didn't lose them, but
Yeah, they
I
got
mean,
too tired and they hid somewhere.
They hid. Yeah.
I don't know where they hid, but they hid somewhere.
Yep.
And yeah, we reported back to Brath about the supposedly weakened orcs that seem much more than battle ready.
Yeah.
That's a basic recap about what
Okay.
I did.
Yep.
Now, Luna,
Do you want to recap yours, Luna? Or you want Luke to recap yours?
do you remember what you did?
Yes, I do remember what
You
I
want
did.
to recap?
No, I don't want to recap.
Are you sure?
Yes, I don't want to recap. I will correct Luke if he's wrong.
Okay.
Alright.
What you got, Luke?
Luna, very good and famous priest person. I think priest, right? Cleric?
They're
Cleric.
the same thing.
Yeah.
They are the same thing.
Priest cleric. Yeah. She was
I don't know about famous.
called out to the you were called out to the capital by the queen.
I'm part of the royal family.
Yeah, you're part of the royal family.
Ah.
Yeah, your mother is the queen's daughter.
So you were called out by your grandma?
Yeah.
The queen.
My grandmama.
And you went there, and your cousin was already there. Yeah. So Queen gave speech about like the Moonblade.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to be wielded by anybody yet. Yeah. So she tells you to meet at dawn at the place. And then, so before you sleep, you go back to your temple worshipping area thingy. Yeah. So you go there, and yeah. Then you worship, you go to bed. You get waked up by a person knocking on your door after you say 5 more minutes. Yes, very important details.
You did just watch it.
Oh yeah.
You have lots of
You
details in your
also
mind.
had a sneering contest with your cousin and you won.
Yeah.
He was slightly intimidated and scurried away.
That's right.
Yes. Very important details.
Yes.
So you wake up, you go to the assigned place. Hologram Queen gives speech, and she says, plural, champions. What? Your cousin is not there. Where could he be? Anywho, so yeah. So the only way out of the room is a door that you see, and you try knocking on it. Nobody answers. You try knocking on it harder. Nobody answers. You see a valley below you and servants down there. And you scream down to the servants.
Help.
And then, yeah, they don't hear anything. They just keep moving on.
No, they heard something.
Or,
They just,
yeah, they
They
heard.
couldn't find you.
Yeah, they
They
couldn't
looked
find where
around.
you were.
I screamed
And then
again.
they just kept going on with their day.
That's right.
And then afterwards, yeah, you took like, I don't remember what kind of check it was, but yeah, you found stairs.
Oh yeah. You just decided to jump out the
Yes,
window basically.
you jumped.
With
You
my- with
yeah,
my
blanket parachute,
That's right.
blanket
with your
parachute,
Blanket parachute.
and then you
As
went
if that would
0
save
in. You went 0 inches down. You went 0 inches down, and
Never try that in real life,
Yeah.
by the way.
it will not work. Does not work. So, what you did, you went 0 inches down, and then you found stairs. Don't remember how, but yeah, you found
Well, she
stairs.
I
just-
fell on.
Yeah, when she
Oh.
stepped out the window, she stepped onto the invisible stairs.
Alright, anywho.
And then
So she kept going through the stairs. Yeah, there was like this whole like invisible like road thing that led into another room where there was this tiny little mischievous guy who's like, more flesh beings for the something. I don't remember what the something was.
mm-hmm,
The master or something.
mm-hmm.
And he gives like this like creepy little laugh as he dives at you.
Disgusting.
And then you use like your spell ability and just.
Mm-hmm. And that was,
And then your cousin. Yeah, he. Wait,
I didn't see my cousin.
yeah, your cousin was not there. No, you keep going. You found like another wall. You go through a door on the wall, and then you took a perception check. You kind of failed. You got a 4.
mm-hmm.
And then you were like, oh, where am I? And you took another perception check, and you got it right, and you kept going.
Let's go.
And then you came into a room, or yeah, after like a long path of like almost falling off, you came into a room where there was dog, float, thing, like on a platform
Mm-hmm.
with
The platform was full, not the dog.
Yeah. the
Mm-hmm.
floating platform, and there was a dog on it with some sort of creature like bullying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the right, there was like a wall. The only thing that wasn't invisible. There's like a wall there,
Mm-hmm.
and like a pedestal with like a moon blade on it. And then your dumb cousin just on the floor there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Don't know what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb.
He was unconscious with
Yeah.
burn marks on his hands.
Yeah.
Look at
So then you decide to go help the dog, and
that. The
you go-
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
yeah, so you go over to the dog. You beat up the monster that was bullying the dog.
Yeah.
So dog become companion, and then dog teleports you back to the main platform, and you find out that it's a blink dog. Hooray! And then you go over and check out the moonblade. You touch it, it shocks you. You inspect the back wall. There's like a bunch of different things, and then there's like 5 areas with like runes on them, but like the middle one didn't have a rune on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back to the moonblade, and then you check a bunch of things around there. And then you go back to the wall and you like write a rune, and then it opens up the wall. And then there you find the actual moonblade, and then you'll have like constitution check. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe.
I rolled a 20 or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a charisma check.
Charisma check, and you you beat the moonblade at a charisma check.
I'm just too likable.
Very
guys.
unexpected.
I'm just too likable.
Yeah.
In real life too.
Well,
Yes.
we don't know. We can't see your real life stats.
They're
Charisma.
actually up here.
Charisma 2. That's what we'll be seeing.
No,
Anywho.
I'm charisma. I'm like up there in the levels. Charisma 20, man.
Charisma 20.
Charisma 20.
Hmm. Alright. Is that it?
Yeah, she got the moonblade. She went back. And that is my summary.
Where did I go back to?
Well, we are gonna pick up there.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you ready? Alright. You have Luna. You have just Yunaria. Actually, let's, before we start there, let's do a quick role-playing exercise where I'll ask you some questions about your characters. Alright?
A quiz?
Not a quiz, but just role-playing, get you thinking creatively. Alright.
Creatively, my guy knows like little words. He's. I see. I keep forgetting his name. Brath. Yes. I see Brath. Brath called me.
Alright,
Yes.
we'll start with you then, Luke. Luke, what is your... What does Vondel remember about his mother?
You remembered something about his mother?
Mommy?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you to make it up.
Oh.
It's not a quiz. I'm asking you to make it up. It's not a test.
He's failing already.
I'm not good at things like that. He remembers that he had to get things to help his mother because mother was sick.
Oh.
So I leave home.
Uh-huh.
Yo, basic
I got-
main character.
I got the things needed to cure the mother.
Uh-huh.
I came home.
Mother is dead.
Who killed mother? That's so rude.
He killed mother. He didn't come back in time.
Suddenly became a very tragic story.
I mean, my personality traits literally say haunted by memories of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haunted.
mother was dead, not by illness, by war.
All right. All right, Luna. Let's see, what can we ask you about Yunaria? Who was Yunaria's childhood friend?
Childhood friend dead. I can't remember her name.
What? How does she die then?
Cancer.
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 What?
Elvish
You're-
cancer.
You and your mother are both priests with healing powers.
Yeah.
How did she die?
Someone found the cure to cancer.
Okay.
That should be his.
That's very
I can
sad.
only heal external wounds.
No.
I can't cure depression.
I see.
Cancer isn't depression.
Well, she died from cancer. We
How-
can't cure cancer yet.
How old was Yunaria?
Yunaria, I was 16.
16. You were a baby then. You're currently, what, 100 something?
I'm 100.
35.
No, I'm 108.
108.
108.
Oh, I can take your first level sheet so it doesn't confuse you.
I don't think it even says.
It should say on your second sheet.
No, yes, I'm 108.
108.
Yes, change it to put it
Oh,
135.
so you were a baby then.
I was 20 actually.
20.
Yeah,
No, I see.
sad. Yes, so traumatized I can't even remember her name.
Oh, is that why you became a cleric?
Yes,
To heal people?
yeah.
I see. Okay. Alright.
We made it work. Let's go.
Okay. We'll start with Yunaria.
R.I.P. friend.
Alright. So you have retrieved the Wayward Moonblade from its secret location, and you succeeded in your charisma check to not really dominate it, but to
Earn its respect.
earn its respect. Yes,
Everyone, round of applause.
it has chosen you. All right. So you're still there. You're still in the back chamber there. What would you like to do now?
I'd like to jump off. I'm just kidding. Let's not do that.
What would you like to do?
The
You
blanket strategy again.
What would I like to do?
Yeah, you've just retrieved the Moonblade and you pick it up. It has a nice sheath, and you can strap it on.
I'd like to go over to my cousin and use it on him.
Use it on him.
Yeah, test out that sharpness. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you go back to the other room, and your cousin is still there, unconscious, in front of the little altar place.
I
there.
kick him first.
You
A
kick
little
him.
bit of what is that? Revenge.
All right, you give him a little kick, and he grows.
I slap him.
Alright. Yeah, he's still unconscious. Like his eyelids are fluttering, but he seems completely out of it. Not like he's asleep, but
I make a disgusted face.
like he's so injured that he's been knocked out.
Damn. Well, tough luck. That's life.
That's life. All right, you gonna leave him there?
I'll drop him off.
Drop him off the edge.
Yeah. It wasn't me.
All right, if you're gonna do that, then you have to give me a strength check to see if you can drag him over to the edge.
What, a D20?
Yeah,
12.
12. What's your strength?
13.
13.
Plus 1.
12 plus 1. All right, you start slowly dragging him, but he's pretty heavy, so it's
Dang, what he been eating?
yes, it's very.
Been eating too much McDonald's over
Yeah.
there.
It takes a long time. And as you're struggling to drag him, suddenly the translucent floor underneath of you and the walls separating you from the blue skies and the all around you dissolves.
And I fall?
Yes,
I use him as a cushion!
you and Eldwin
Blanket.
start plummeting down into the, well, towards what you don't know, because you can't see any ground below you. It's just like blue sky and clouds that you're falling through.
Dang.
Yeah, the clouds start
I
rushing
become
past
Silver
you.
Surfer with my cousin beneath me. He's my surfboard.
Yeah, you lose sight of him quickly.
Oh darn.
Clouds start rushing
Where's
past
my
you.
dog?
Oh, he's falling with you.
Can he teleport us?
There's nowhere to teleport you to.
Oh no, there's floor.
There's no floor anymore. It's dissolved.
Well, bring out my blanket again and go.
Exactly.
It doesn't work, surprisingly.
Oh no! Oh no! What
Yes.
can I do?
You're
Unsheath
squinting.
the moon blade.
You're squinting your eyes against like the rushing wind, and you can
I accept fate. I fall.
you can just make out like this your cousin below you as you lose sight of him as he goes into another cloud bank below.
Wow.
And then you plunge into a cloud, and the whole world becomes like shades of white and gray as you're rushing through the inside of a cloud. And then you emerge again into the blue sky, and down below you now you can see like this shape below you. It's like a shark-like shape made of a cloud, you know. You're like, oh, that's an interesting shaped cloud. And then you can see it has like glowing blue eyes even, and it starts moving, and it starts like angling up towards you.
Do it towards the camera.
Yes, and yes, its jaws open. You can see like lightning playing across its body and stuff.
Not it.
And its jaws open, and you see like these huge shark teeth, like impossibly placed into the cloud-like jaws, and it like starts swimming up towards you, and then suddenly you feel like this force tugging you from behind, and the blue skies and the shark, they blur and streak away from you as you're pulled backwards. And then you suddenly find yourself back in the tower in Moonstone Palace. You're enclosed by stone and stained glass windows once again.
I'm telling you, the teleport runes.
And then you stagger back a couple of steps with the force and throw an arm out to brace yourself against the walls. And looking down, you can still you can see that you still possess the Moonblade, and the dog is with you.
What about the cousin?
Well, we don't care about the
He's
cousin.
nowhere to be seen.
Let's go.
Oh,
GG.
And then the door to the tower opens, and Majordomo Elidir Silmanor steps into the room.
Who's that?
He's the guy who was
The guy who woke me up?
yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yes, he's the guy who took you to this room the first time. And he looks at you mildly disappointed and says,
Is what I say back.
And then he notices the Moonblade at your side and motions for you to follow him. I see that you're back, and you have apparently recovered the Moonblade, have you?
No, actually I haven't.
You haven't?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, it's obvious.
Oh.
It's right here.
That is not funny. I am not amused.
Whatever.
Follow me.
No sense of humor, I see.
I have an excellent sense of humor.
Crack me a joke, then.
I can't think of any right now, but if I did, I'm sure it would be hilarious. Follow me, please.
What if I say no?
Well, you can spend the night in this empty room then, I suppose.
Well, dang, I'm coming with you then.
All right. All right. He leads you back through Moonstone Palace to your room. And as you get there, he says, Queen he says it better than I can. Queen Amlarul sends her congratulations on recovering the Moonblade.
You don't seem too happy about that.
She is ecstatic.
You don't seem ecstatic.
I am not Queen Amlarul. Amlarul.
You can't even say your ruler's name.
No, it's a very difficult name to pronounce.
Well,
Amlarul.
well, you have to. You've been saying it for the past 500 years, man.
Yes, it doesn't get easier.
Oh, well, I guess you haven't been practicing.
Yes,
You try saying your grandmother's name.
you say it.
What's her name?
Amlarul.
The rule.
No, that's wrong.
Well, I haven't seen my grandma since I was born.
Well,
You just saw her.
Oh, yes, I haven't said her name, though. So,
that's true.
I haven't said her name since I was born.
yeah, I haven't said her name ever. This is the first time.
Well, the Queen bids you to get some rest here while she prepares a feast in your honor this evening.
Wow. Do I get to wear fancy clothes?
Yes, I will bring you something more appropriate to wear.
Excuse me. You can't be saying anything. Look what you're wearing. Spider-Man.
He's not wearing a Spider-Man sweatshirt. He's wearing a very nice, formal outfit, but he's a servant.
Well, dang. He better be wearing something nice as well. Because he can't come looking like that either.
Indeed. All right. And he says, I will return for you at dinner time then.
What time is it?
It's morning. It's the same time as when you left that morning.
Oh, where's my cousin?
Your cousin has also returned and he has been taken to his chambers. You will no doubt see him again this evening at the banquet.
Well, okay. I'll flex to him there then.
Indeed.
Show it off.
Oh! Look at that!
Oh.
Look at that!
Mm. Oh.
Not so confident now, are we?
All right.
No pictures, though. No pictures.
Are you gonna do anything during the day? You're going to rest? Anything you want to take care of? Anything you need to do?
I shall go visit the temple again.
You're gonna go visit the temple again?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank my God for giving me.
Show it off to the god. Oh, look at this. Isn't it beautiful?
The blade, the sharpness.
It's fine craftsmanship.
All right. Here you go. Luke, could you get me a Mountain
What?
Dew out of the
Yes,
fridge?
XP sure is tasty.
Yes. All right. You go
Level
to
up.
the temple. It is a lovely crystal
You lost,
building.
sire.
Yeah, the temple to Coralon, Lorethian, and the temple to Sahani are like
Separate.
adjacent buildings. They're like mirrored shapes from one another. So if you're standing there looking at them, it's like a mirror image.
Wow.
And they're both made out of crystal.
Wow.
Yes. So you go inside the temple of Sahani, and the high priestess comes up to you. Well, you see like various lower priests and priestesses like milling around in the temple. And they see you and summon the high priestess, and she scurries over to you and she gives you a formal bow and says, Princess Yunaria, it is lovely to have you at the temple again today. What can I do for you?
I shall pray once more.
Of course. We have readied a private chamber in the side alcove for you.
Thank you, Mister.
It's a woman. I don't know what her name is.
Miss.
Her name is
Thank you, madame.
Priestess. Priestess.
Solstincia.
What is it, Luke?
Solstincia.
Solstincia.
Thank you.
We will make it so. Solstincia.
Thank you, Priestess Solenstia. I shall get going to the chamber you have prepared me.
All right. She leads you to the chamber. She's a higher ranking priest than you are, but
Oh.
she's a lower ranking member of society, so she's paying deference to you and leads you to the chamber and says, if you need anything, let us know. If you need incense or magical reagents, just let us know.
Yes, thank you.
All right. What would you like to do?
Pray.
All right, you pray. You pray and meditate in the room and regain your spells for the day.
Let's go. Oh, I get to regain spells by doing that?
Yeah,
Let's go.
you have to do that to regain spells.
I love praying.
Yes.
Praying is my favorite thing to do.
All right. After an hour or so, you have regained your spells. What would you like to do now?
I would like to walk around the city.
Okay. Yeah, you walk around the city. It's another lovely day. As I said last time, the main way is called the Diamond Way, the main road, and it's basically it's paved in crystalline shards, basically, that sparkle like diamonds in the light. You pass by the Sunstone Commons, which is the large open-air market with these floating, magically lit yellow lights that drift about, called sunstones. And there's a bunch of elves there with shops set up with their wares. It's all beneath the canopy of the trees and everything. Of course, the whole city is beneath the canopy of trees, and kind of built into the ground and built into the trees and the forest, and basically sculpted using nature rather than built out of stone and stuff like a human city would be. There's lots of elves bustling back and forth. You go past the Spirit Lodge again, which is the large. Is that the Spirit Lodge? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. The Hall of Ancients. Yeah, the Hall of Ancients, a big ruby building that's dedicated to the heroes of the elves from the past.
Wow.
And it's kind of like a museum slash, not really temple, but it's kind of a memorial type of place. There's several large towers that you can see through the canopies of trees, and anything in particular you would like to do?
I would like to see the shops.
See the shops? What kind of shops are you looking for?
Any, I would just like to browse.
You would like to browse? All right, let's see what shops you find. You will browse. Let's see. You see one shop that's dedicated to animal gear, mostly like saddles and things like. Not too many elves use saddles. They tend to just ride horses bareback and whatnot, but there's some equipment to which is called barding, which helps protect animals in battle and stuff like that. It's kind of like armor for animals, basically, you know, mostly for horses.
What about my blink dog?
Your blink dog. Are you gonna go into the shop?
Sure.
Okay, you go into the shop. And the shopkeeper comes up to you. He's a little bit of an older elf, but it's hard to tell, you know, he still looks, I don't know, like 20 or 30 by human standards, even though he might be like 600 years old. He doesn't really have any like wrinkles or signs of aging or anything, but to your elvish eyes, you can tell he's an older elf. He comes up to you, he's got little spectacles, and says, what can I do for you?
I would like to browse armor for my dog here.
Oh, did you bring your dog?
Yes, I brought my dog.
Have you named your dog?
Mooney.
Mooney?
Yes.
His name is Mooney?
Yes.
Alright.
No, wait, his name is Moomin.
Moomin?
Moomin.
Moomin?
Moomin.
Moomin?
M-O-O-M-I-N.
Moomin.
Moomin.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's your Roblox avatar.
No.
Or no, it's your
It's
Roblox.
Moa.
Moa, correct. But you used to have like a movement thing.
I did.
I don't
I like
remember
that
one.
name.
Alright, he comes up to you. Says, this is a fine animal indeed.
Indeed.
Are you looking for barding for your dog, is it? He looks not quite right for a dog. In fact, he doesn't. He looks, you know, he looks like a dog of some kind, but like his head is slightly too long and too angular, and his ears are too long and pointed, and you know, his chest is slightly too wide for a dog, and but he looks basically like a dog, but something is a little bit off, you know, like not quite the same species, but very close, you know.
Don't judge him.
No, I'm not judging. He's a fine animal. I just wasn't sure if he was a canine or not.
It's obvious. I'm just kidding. That was in my head.
Are you looking for barding? Is he a war beast?
I just
Is he
want to-
trained for fighting? Are you looking for armor for him, as a fighting companion, perhaps?
Just something that looks cool.
Something that looks cool.
Visually appealing.
Ah, yes. Visually appealing.
Just in case I bring him to the battlefield as well.
Oh, I see. So something that looks cool, but also functional in combat.
Indeed.
Ah, yes. I do not have anything in stock for this particular animal with these particular proportions. We mainly cater to horses and the like. But I'm sure we could fashion something, yes.
Wow. Well, give me some options and we can talk.
All right, I will draw up some designs for you.
Yes, I will be back tomorrow morning.
All right, sounds good.
Alright, I will leave this shop.
9 a.m.
Okay.
sharp.
Better be done.
Yes, he is like, you know, we can do like a lovely, what are you thinking? We can do like a nice black leather, perhaps? Do you like spikes on him? Do you want like a shiny metal chain of some sort? What did you have in mind so that I can go in the right direction with it?
I would like some nice black leather with metal on top of that.
So you want him to contrast your looks.
Sure, yes.
Some black leather with
Shiny metal armor on top of that.
shiny metal armor on top.
Comfortability.
Like a studded leather? Like
Studded.
a studded leather. It's like a leather, but it has like pieces of metal all over it for extra protection.
Sure, we shall go with that.
Yes, oh, yes, I can do something with this. How fancy do you want to go? What may I ask is your budget?
I don't know. What's expensive?
What's expensive? Let's see. Do you know what's expensive? Let's see. It would be. Well, it wouldn't be that much. We'll say it's like twice the price of regular studded leather. So a reasonable price would probably be around 90 gold for a
Dang.
custom-made suit of studded leather. Yes.
You don't got that kind of money.
I do though.
Well,
But-
you do, but that's a large chunk of it.
That's true. That's true. How much armor does my dog have even?
Nothing, currently.
No, but what's his like hit point?
You have his stats right there.
Oh. He's got better hit points than me!
Does he?
He's
He
got
probably
22
does.
hit points and I've got 20.
I have 22.
He's
This
a,
dog is more healthy than I am as well.
Dang.
he's a tougher creature than you are.
Well, I'll take. I don't know. I would like to browse some.
If you wanted to do without the metal plates, then it would be considerably cheaper. It would be like 20 gold.
Do they have armor for humans there?
No, but you could find an armor shop for sure.
I don't know. I have chainmail.
What's chainmail again?
That's what I have.
I know, but what is it?
But is it? It's like made of rings that interlock.
Oh, so like chain armor in Minecraft.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's also called chainmail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess he doesn't need that much armor. I don't want him dying on me though, so
What's his armor class now?
13.
13.
It's not bad.
Armor would help him.
Yeah. I'll take just the leather then.
Just the leather.
The black leather.
Well, if you're decided on that, I can take measurements now and have something mocked up for you tomorrow.
That would be lovely.
All right, I'll have to spend some time on it, but I think I can work it in.
Lovely.
All right, he takes some measurements of your dog.
Is my dog bigger?
Is he bigger?
Is he bigger than normal dogs?
Yeah, well, a little bit, yeah.
My dog got better speed than me.
I have a speed of 25.
He's got a speed of 40.
And he can teleport.
I got a speed of 30.
Bro's got some movement.
Yeah.
All right, anything else you want to do during the day?
Nah, I'm good.
No? All right. You head back to your room at Moonstone Palace.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you head back to your room. And later that afternoon, Elidir comes with a silken gown for you to wear for the formal.
What color is it?
What color is it? What color would you like it to be?
What goes with blonde hair, blue eyes? Any white person? I want it to be blue with gold then.
Blue with gold?
Yeah.
All right.
Like my eyes.
All right. We'll assume that you requested that, and it is indeed blue with gold.
Lovely.
All right. So he brings that for you to change into and leaves you. And as the sun is lowering to the horizon that evening, Elidir comes to your room and comes to see if you are ready for the feast.
I am indeed not ready. I've been procrastinating all along.
Oh. It's like, geez, get dressed already. We have to go. The ball is already in procession.
My specialty.
They are waiting for you. All right, you
I
get.
could be fashionably late.
You're already fashionably late.
Oh no.
You're going to miss it at this rate. Get dressed.
Moderately late.
All right. He leads you through the wide, elegantly curved hallways and staircases down to the first floor, and then pauses before a large set of white marble doors with gold inlay, and it's like all like carved into these scenes, you know.
Dang.
And on the other side of the door, you can hear the din of people talking, and Elidir motions for you to wait here for a moment. And he opens the door a crack and steps through. And then you hear him say in a loud, commanding voice, "Announcing Lady Yunaria Moonflower, bearer of the wayward Moonblade."
And you dip.
And
You run away.
and he opens the doors fully to reveal you standing there. And beyond in the fest hall, you can see the chamber is huge, right? It's like divided into, it's open 2 full stories with floating chandeliers overhead and several long polished tables going the length of the hall. And the tables are full of elves in their finest colorful silk clothes. You recognize many of the faces. They're almost all like elven nobility, and a lot of people from the noble families, and especially members of the royal family.
Is there a lot?
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's probably like, I don't know, 100 to 200 elves here at the feast. Yeah.
How many from the royal family?
From the royal family, there's probably, from the extended royal family, there's probably at least 20 here, 20 or 30. Yeah.
Is my mama here?
No, your mother is not here, which probably is not a surprise because she lives a long way away in the inland of the island.
Oh,
And
dang.
it would be a long trip for her in the middle of the day.
Dang.
Yeah, but I'm sure you will see her again soon. And then across the room, there's a shorter table that's raised above the rest of the room. And you can see Queen Amlarul. She's sitting at the center of that table, flanked by other high members of her court. And she stands and motions for you to approach.
Well, I start to go, but then I trip.
What? On purpose?
No.
Oh.
I trip
Are
and
you,
fall.
are you going to trip and fall?
Yes, because by my words and actions, I bring shame. to
Oh.
my family.
That is fair. You may have 3 Skittle XPs for tripping and bringing shame to your family.
Let's go. Let's go. XP.
All right, you start to go in, and you accidentally step on the front of your dress and face plant right in the middle of the hall, and the hall goes silent. Everyone is so quiet you can hear a pin drop. They're not sure how to react to this. And what are you going to do? You are lying face down on the floor, wondering what just happened and what you're going to do. And then you hear your cousin Eldwin off to the side start to snicker a little bit.
I shit out my moon plate, bring it to him. No, yes, I do that. Well, actually, I don't do that. I haven't brought enough shame. I quickly stand up
Uh-huh.
and start walking.
Okay. You brush yourself off like nothing happened and continue walking. And let's see. Yes, you catch sight of your cousin Eldwin sitting at a side table, eyeing you jealously.
I also stare back at him.
Show it off a bit.
Proudful.
Do you have your moonblade with you? Did
Yes,
you
I
bring
do
it?
have one.
Oh, you do have it with you.
It's in my hand.
No.
I slightly show it off to him.
No. Give me an intimidation check.
Intimidation check. What's
Yes,
that?
it's a skill under charisma.
Intimidation.
Oh, I would fail this.
3.
Plus
Oh,
2.
you gotta roll it in your.
Ah,
Oh,
no,
saved,
no
I'm
count,
saved.
no count.
I'm saved. I'm saved.
It was not counted.
7 plus 2 is
9.
9.
He is not intimidated. He gives you a dirty look.
Well, dang. I did not back off.
Alright, and Queen Amlarul begins to speak. She says, "Honored guests, many of you have no doubt heard of the rumors of the wayward Moonblade. Some of you may have even attempted to retrieve it in the past. Until today, it was one of our family's most shameful secrets. But no longer. This morning, Yunaria Moonflower was sent on a quest to retrieve the Moonblade, and tonight I am pleased to announce that Princess Yunaria has succeeded and become the first elf in generations to be found worthy of it."
Wow.
And there's like at first it's just like a smattering of applause, because they're still a little bit stunned by your face plant in the middle of the room earlier.
Dang.
But then it becomes more, and the applause builds, and yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you here to join me in celebrating this most monumental of achievements. And with that, Queen Amlarul raises her goblet in a toast, and the rest of the room does likewise, cheering to your success.
Huzzah!
Yes, huzzah! 3 cheers! Hip hip!
Hooray!
And as the cheers die down, Amlarul motions for you to take a seat at her side.
Wow.
And the food and drink is brought out by the palace's staff. There are soft breads that are still warm from the oven, braised meats, roasted vegetables of
Ew.
many colors, reds, oranges, greens, and large fruit pies. Amlarul is in good spirits, and she talks with you excitedly about your mother, and she wants to hear all about your upbringing and how your mother is and how the family is. And yes, it's a lovely conversation.
Wow.
And you talk excitedly as you eat. There's a band of elven wind and string musicians in the corner that strikes up an enchanting melody.
Wow.
Yes, and the feast continues for a long while. They just keep bringing more and more food as the guests eat and talk excitedly. But eventually the feast begins to wane, and a group of elves approaches your table, consisting of Eldwin
Oh no!
and his father, Prince Xandro Moonflower.
Disgusting.
Xandro bows formally before Queen Amlarul, and she nods in return. Xandro, Eldwin, I trust the feast is to your liking. Xandro says, "Very much, Queen Mother. I was hoping that I might have a moment of your time." And she says, "Yes, of course. What is on your mind?" And he says, "My queen, I do not wish to spoil the celebrations, but I fear we may be celebrating the wrong individual. And Queen Amlarul just raises an eyebrow. And he says, "Yes, my queen. Eldwin here has told me the tale of what happened, what transpired in this quest. And it seems there may have been treachery involved." And
Kicking him.
and the room goes quiet.
BS, I shut up.
The queen motions for you to be calm.
Let me at him.
But you may have another XP skittle for bringing shame to yourself again.
I'll go.
My son, Ealdwin, claims to have reached and claimed the Moonblade first.
Then why was he on the floor?
He was laid low by fell magical treachery, I tell you.
What's that? The little lightning things I felt on that one?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
fake.
Perhaps it was Yunaria herself. Who knows? Who cast the spell to bring him down? But it was Eldwin who made it to the Moonblade first. I say it is not Yunaria's, but Eldwin's by right. And Queen Amlarul is about to reply, but you can hear the whole fest hall is gone quiet and is listening to this because Xandro's being very loud about it, And you hear a murmuring amongst the nobles now, like,
Then why was he on the floor when I got there, huh?
perhaps it was you.
Well, dang. You can try holding my blade then.
And Queen Amlarul says, Prince Xandro, you know the Moonblades choose their wielder. It has chosen Yunaria. And Xandro says, and how do we know that it would not have chosen Eldwin if it was not for this treacherous magic that stopped him?
Well, he fell for it.
He made it through first. He was not given the chance. And there's like a murmuring of agreement with the nobles in the fest hall again.
A chance? Oh, he was given a chance.
And Queen Amlarul looks at you, Yunaria, and says, perhaps you can explain what happened that day and that day. Perhaps you can explain what happened this morning on your quest.
Yes, Your Majesty. So first, after you stopped talking to me, there was thing. There was just like
Well, there you have it.
There's just this thing. There you have it, sir. You are wrong. It is rightfully Yunaria.
There was a thing.
there was a hole in the room with a staircase, with an invisible staircase leading way up into the clouds.
Yes.
And I climbed those stairs, and there were a couple monsters on each floor, and I defeated them all.
Like wah wah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then I finally, after some time, got to the final floor with the so-called Moonblade and my dog and a monster attacking my dog. So,
Oh, and we cannot.
and Ealdwin lying on the floor next to this pedestal with the fake sword.
What?
Yes, the fake sword.
What fake sword?
There were two. One in the room that Eldon was lying with, and one in a secret room. There was a wall next to the sword, and the wall kind of opened, and there was another room with the real Moonblade in
The
it.
Moonblade that I have here.
Yes.
Ealdwin says, this is nonsense. This is all lies. There was one Moonblade and I made it there first.
Then why were you lying on the floor?
Because you attacked me.
No.
You attacked me.
When I touched the fake sword, I felt an electric shock coming to me, and it hurt me too, but it didn't knock me out.
And like you, pathetic wimp.
Yeah, you touched it once and you probably fainted like a wimp.
This is lies. I have bruises on my ribs from where someone kicked me. Do you deny it was you?
Yes, I deny it was me.
Oh, lies.
Well, I admit to kicking him after.
There's a gasp through the crowd.
When he was lying on the floor, I got my little revenge from him sneering at me in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
A little kick never hurt
She
anyone.
admits it.
Well, you deserve that.
Xandro says she is not worthy to bear the Moonblade, my queen. She is but a cleric and a minor princess, and she is not a leader.
So?
Yes, and
I could have been a commoner, and I probably would have still gotten that Moonblade.
hold on, let's see. Eldwin then says, I demand then that Yunaria be sent on a quest as a test of her worthiness for this blade. If she succeeds, then I will renounce all rights to the blade.
What rights did you begin with, sir?
You attacked me to get the Moonblade. It is mine.
You tried touching it then, huh?
And Amlarul motions for everyone to calm down.
Let me at him.
And then suddenly the doors to the fest hall at the other end of the room open, and Elidir comes in again, and he scurries up to the queen in a hurry and whispers in her ear. And you see Amlarul, like her face goes pale, and Xandro reaches forward to steady her. She seems shaken. And Xandro asks, what is it, my queen? And she says, the rubies of Labellus, they have been stolen.
Ooh, what? What's that?
And the room gasps. And Eldwin says, this is a sign. This is a sign from the god Labellus himself that Yunaria should be tested and sent on a quest. She should
I
be
don't
sent.
even believe in that god.
She should. Well, you believe in all of the elven gods. He's just
okay.
not your patron gods.
Well, she ain't my patron god.
Yeah. This is a sign that Yunaria is destined to be tasked with finding this thief and retrieving the rubies. And Amlarul simply says no.
Let's go.
And then Eldwin says, then I will find them. I will find the rubies myself and prove that I am the champion that was destined to bear the Moonblade.
How does that make you the... You
And
failed already, sir.
there is a general murmuring of agreement amongst all of the elven nobles assembled here. And Queen Amlarul sighs, and she looks at you, Yunaria.
Yes, Grandmama.
Do you wish to undertake this quest?
Why not?
Why not, she says. No, she does not say that.
She does not say that.
No, well, she doesn't say, why not, she says. She doesn't say that.
Alright.
She simply nods. And she announces to the room, Yunaria has agreed to undertake this quest to find the rubies of Labellus.
Wow.
Right. And now, Luke, we'll shift over to you finally. That was a long intro, sorry.
Oh, this is boring.
It will be important.
The last one was like my past. I was still in the flaming fist on that one.
Yes, you were with the Flaming Fist.
Yeah.
Yes, after your report, Wanda, The Flaming Fist continued on their march that day. The orcs descended upon them in a force even larger than you expected. You were there for the battle. You fought valiantly, but you were knocked unconscious during the fight. Probably left for dead, because when you came to, the battle was over, and the Flaming Fist was lost.
Lost.
Last.
I mean,
They lost?
yes, they lost the fight.
Oh.
They were all dead?
Their forces were wiped out by the orcs of the... Well, where was it? It was the Citadel of Many Arrows. Yes, they were wiped out. There were only a few survivors like yourself who were knocked unconscious.
What about Bran?
Wrath.
He was killed during the fight as well.
No.
Yes, all due to the treachery of Nazad's lies.
No. He didn't.
Side.
You managed
Grr.
to make your way back to Sundabar along with a few of the other survivors. And you were transported eventually by the Fist, because this was only a part of the Flaming Fist. The Flaming Fist is a huge organization.
Yeah.
And they transported you back to Baldur's Gate eventually. But you could not get past the failures, your own failures and the failures of the Flaming Fist and their leadership, and you decided to retire. You've taken up work as a blacksmith in a small blacksmith shop called Dunnan's Forge, which is, it's a small forge in the Eastway in the lower city of Baldur's Gate. Dunnan is an aging but skilled blacksmith. He's very sought after for his skills in the general area around Baldur's Gate. Well, I mean, probably in this general area, he's one of the best, if not the best, blacksmith.
Until I came along.
I mean, you're good, but
Not.
he has a lot more experience than you have.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what happened up until now. Today, we pick up and let's see. So we pick up with Vondel now in Baldur's Gate. Rain is drizzling down from the gray skies up above as you stomp down the crowded, narrow cobblestone streets of Baldur's Gate's lower city in your wide black boots. And the people around you hustle to their destinations to get out of the rain as quickly as possible. But the rain doesn't really bother you. You've lived in Baldur's Gate for some time now, and it seems like it rains more often here than not, and the locals like you are used to it. The street slopes steeply down in front of you towards the gray harbor below. You can see a forest of ship's masts, like swaying with the rocking of the ships in the harbor. And you can see goods being loaded and unloaded from the ships below. Goods that are coming from all over Faerun. The city of Baldur's Gate is shaped like a crescent moon, okay? That circles this deep natural harbor. The harbor is on the north shore of the Keonthar River, which is about 40 miles east from the Sea of Swords. Let's see what else. Across from the harbor, you can just see from where you are the opposite side of the city as it slopes back up from the harbor. it's pretty obscured by the rain coming down now. The buildings here around you are mostly tall and narrow, made of stone on the first floor, and the upper floors are built of half timbers and white grey nogging with steeply pitched clay roofs. There's green moss that grows in every crevice between the stones in the buildings and on the cobblestone streets because of this ever damp environment, because it rains so often here. As you near the bottom of the street, you veer left behind a handcart and push open a thick wooden door to the small blacksmith shop where you work. The main room of the shop is full of fine metal weapons, armor, shields, and tools that are all laid out on plain wooden tables. There's an old dwarf that sits on a high stool at the counter across the room from you, and he smiles warmly at you as you come in through his long white beard. "Ah, 'tis a grand day to be working the hot forge today, would you not agree, Vondel? I'm looking forward to getting some heat in me bones." And he hops down off of his stool and rubs his hands together eagerly.
Yes, I can't wait.
Fantastic. Let's be at it, lad. You're late today. And he takes you outside. Let me give you a map here.
Your map.
This is a map of the Dunnan's Forge.
So I just came in through here.
Yeah, you just came in through here. This is the street that leads down to the harbor down below. And you just came in here.
He hopped off his little stool from over here.
Yep, exactly. All right, lad, you ready to get some work done today?
I'll be hitting the metal.
You'll be hitting the metal? Ah, you're full of the jokes today, Vondel. You'll not be hitting me metal. You'll be stoking the fires like usual, lad. But I appreciate the humor. You're getting better for sure, but you're not a master smith yet. For today, we have something special to be making up. An elf came by today with a red ruby gem that he wants fashioned into a weapon, into the hilt of a weapon. Aye. Who's this?
Boom, I'm here. Give me the ruby.
I thought I saw a ghost giving me the eye in the corner. 'Twas but an ugly suit of armor. All right. Are you ready, Vondel?
Nah, fam.
Yes, sir.
Today you'll be working the bellows, stoking the forge while I work the metal of the dagger he wants the ruby laid into.
Yes, sir.
All right.
These fires will be flaming.
Fantastic. All right, you guys get to work. Give me an athletics check with a +2 for knowing how to use blacksmith tools to see how well you do today.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
In strength?
Yes.
I have a +6.
Ooh, and then is that with your +2 for blacksmith tools?
No,
All right, so you're +8 then.
I have a +8.
Yeah. Roll your athletics.
And I rolled a 16. 24.
24. Oh, you're on fire today, Vondel, me lad. Keep that coming. I may let you use the hammer yet. But no, not today. But no.
Yahoo!
Yes, he's very impressed though. And you guys start crafting. And then after a couple of hours, you hear someone in the main shop.
Oh.
And Dunnan goes into the main shop to see who it is, and after a minute he comes back out and says, Vondel, it's for you.
Oh. I give it one. I stoke the flyers one last time, and I scurry off to see who it is.
Alright, sounds good. Sounds good. As you leave the outdoor forge and enter the main room of the shop, you see a lone figure standing there. He's tall and broad-shouldered, wearing a suit of polished plate armor. He seems handsome enough for a human. His face is weathered.
My cousin?
Human, not elf.
Oh.
His face is weathered but kind, with short black hair and bright gray eyes.
Yeah, definitely not my cousin.
A green amulet hangs from his neck, and a white tabard drapes over his armor, showing the symbol of a clenched fist surrounded by flames on the front of the tabard.
Oh.
The symbol of the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company. You recognize the man immediately as the leader of the Flaming Fist, and one of the 4 Grand Dukes who rule Baldur's Gate. He gives you a slight bow. Grand Duke Eltan, you say, addressing him by his formal title. What can I do for you today? Vondel Battlehammer, Eltan says. I heard that you had left the Flaming Fist after the events at Sundabar. We are sad to see you go. If you ever change your mind, I wanted to let you know personally that you will always have a place with the Flaming Fist.
I changed my mind. I'm going back. I'm just kidding.
Vondel is a man of few words, I know.
I thank you for this, but for now I will stay here at my blacksmithing duties.
I understand. It was a failure of which I am deeply sorry, but I understand your feelings on the matter. All right, and he, Lord Grand Duke, I wouldn't call him Lord Eltan, his name is Grand Duke.
What's a Grand Duke?
Duke, well, it's just a title here. In medieval times, a duke was like a landholder below a king.
Oh, what's a Grand Duke then?
It's just a title. The Grand Duke doesn't mean anything historically.
Oh.
In here, it doesn't mean anything either because there's no kingdom to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is its own. Actually, I can show you if you want to see. Sorry to interrupt your encounter with the Grand Duke.
You take a pause in the story to see what.
We'll get back to it soon. This is Baldur's Gate. I mean, the proportions aren't right, of course. Like, this is actually 40 miles from Baldur's Gate to the Sea of Shining Stars at the end of the river. But yeah, it gives you an idea of like the general shape. I mean, the general shape of the city there is correct. It's kind of this crescent moon shape with this harbor on the north side of the river Kiontar, surrounded by a wall with inner wall here. And these roads are correct that lead in and out of Baldur's Gate, that sort of thing. Let's see, I have another picture. Yeah. That's an actual map of the city to scale. And this, I guess you already saw this, but this is another map of the Sword Coast lands around Baldur's Gate and up the Sword Coast to Waterdeep and down the Sword Coast to On. This is called the Tradeway. This is called the Coast Road or the Coastway.
Mm.
Yep, that's what the area around the city looks like. Yeah.
All right. I'll just leave this here.
Yeah, you can just leave that there for now. But anyway, what I was saying was that Baldur's Gate is a city-state. Do you know what a city-state is?
Yeah.
It's like a city that's very big.
It's like Greek city-states.
Yeah, do you know what it means to be a city-state?
A city that governs itself.
Exactly, yeah. It's a city that governs itself. It's not part of a larger kingdom or anything. There is no larger kingdom that it's part of. Baldur's Gate is its own government here. Okay?
Alright.
And it just happens to call its leaders Grand Dukes. And there's 4 of them in Baldur's Gate. It's
And
like a
one of
council
them-
of 4.
And one of them is right here, the leader of the Flaming Fist.
Yes, Grand Duke Eltan is one of them. Alright.
They're like the founders.
They're not the founders. Baldur's Gate has been around for many centuries. Yeah. And they're all humans, so none of them are old enough to have founded Baldur's Gate. Alright, so back to Lord Eltan then, or Grand Duke Eltan. I'm gonna keep calling him Lord Eltan by mistake, but I'm just used to that. Maybe he was listed as Lord Eltan somewhere. Somewhere in my head I have Lord Eltan in my head. Anyway, so Grand Duke Eltan turns to leave then, and then suddenly he turns back to Vondel. He says, "Oh, I almost forgot. There was one other thing before I go." Grand Duke Eltan unties a leather strap from his belt and hands you a narrow leather pouch about 1.5 feet long. Loosening the top on the pouch, you slide out a long rod of pure silvery blue metal. It is mithril, a magical metal. Very rare, very precious. It gleams even in the dim light of the shop. Its surface is engraved in intricate interlocking patterns with a small decorative forge hammer at one end.
Oh.
And Grand Duke Eltan says, "Helm, dwarf friend of Sendabar, asked me to pass this along to you. He says it was given to him by Turgrim Battlehammer years and years ago, before Turgrim passed away. It was a symbol of the leaders of Clan Battlehammer from ages past. Helm thought that you should have it." And Grand Duke Eltan reaches over and points out 2 small depressions on either side of the Battlehammer end of it.
Depressions.
Yeah, so you know, like what a hammer's head looks like, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a long thing, and then it's got like a little, like, you know, it's like the hammer's head isn't in proportion to the rest of the rod, but it's like a little hammer's head. And there's 2 little depressions on either side of the hammer. Okay? Let's see. Yes, he points to those 2 small depressions and says, "This rod represents the strength of Clan Battlehammer in more ways than one. Go ahead and press one of the depressions." And you press the depression and it clicks in very easily. And at first, nothing seems to happen. But then you quickly realize that you can't move the rod at all. It seems stuck, like it's held there by an unseen force. And you,
Like Mahjong.
like you tug and you pull at it.
Mjolnir.
You pull at it with all your strength. But the rod remains immovable. And then you let go of the rod. And it just hangs there. in space, stuck in the air. And Grand Duke Eltan smiles and he reaches over and clicks the opposite button, releasing the rod and hands it back to you. A powerful heirloom indeed. Use it well, Vondel. And remember that the Flaming Fist would be more than happy to have you return to its ranks should you ever change your mind. And with that, Grand Duke Eltan takes his leave. Anything you want to do?
I mean, if you were to
I shall thank him for this gift.
No need to thank me, Vondel. This is your family heirloom. It is yours by right. I am merely returning it to its rightful owner.
I will then say my goodbyes and I hope to see you again someday.
I hope so as well.
And then I go back to stoke the fires.
All right.
And talk to whatever his name was.
Done. Yes. Sounds good. And now we will scene shift back over to Yunaria.
Damn, that was quick.
Was that quick?
22 minutes.
We're gonna start scene shifting back and forth quicker now.
Alright.
Alright, so Queen Omlarul leads you and several of the staff, including Eldwin, who seems to be tagging along.
What? Get him out of here.
She leads you through the palace, up several narrow, spiraling stairways to a small room high up in the palace. This room is about, well, it's at least 5 stories up in the air, considering how many staircases you went up to get here. It has a single small colored glass window, and it is filled with several large wooden crates. Okay. There's a crowbar in the center of the room, and several of the crates seem to have been broken open. All right, what would you like to do?
Ask why we are here.
Well, let's see. Elidir says, this is where the ruby of Labellus was being stored. This is where the theft took place. I was alerted to it by the alarm spell being triggered when the door was opened.
Why was it kept in a wooden crate?
Well, sometimes it's on display, but we don't have enough space to display all of the magical artifacts that we have. So sometimes things rotate in and out of storage. This particular storage room is shared by the palace, as well as several members of the extended royal family.
Including myself?
I don't know. Make an investigation check. 15.
Plus, where is it? Investigation. Oh, plus 0, that's fine.
Yes, you can see, as you look around the room, you can see that several of the crates have the crests of several royal families, extended royal families. And each, prince or princess has their own crest.
Oh, what's my crest?
Actually, you don't have one, but your mother has one.
Oh.
You don't have one yet. You might get one as you get older, but you're not old enough to have one yet. So your mother's crest, you look around and you don't see your mother's crest in the room, but you do notice Xandro's family crest in the room.
Who's Xandro?
Xandro is the prince who is Eldwin's father.
The guy who argued with you.
Eldon's have a crest though, right?
Eldwin doesn't have a crest, no.
Is he the same age as me?
Yeah.
He's 108 as well?
Well, not exactly the same age, but he's in the same vicinity. He's probably slightly older than you. Say he's like 120.
Oh. Yeah, no biggie. Just 12 years older.
Yeah, for an elf, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You might as well be the same age.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Examine the crowbar.
Okay. You
Can
go.
I check for not footprints, fingerprints?
Yes, you can do whatever you would like. What do you want to do first?
I will check for fingerprints on the crowbar.
Check for fingerprints on the crowbar.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna pick it up.
No, then my fingerprints will be left on the crowbar.
Okay. How are you gonna check it for fingerprints?
I don't know. Just check it.
Okay, just look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Where is it?
It's probably under wisdom. Yeah.
Let's go.
And you're an elf, so you get a bonus to
It
perception.
was like on the edge. It's on 2.
What?
12 plus 5.
So 17? Yes, that's very good. Yes, you examine it very carefully, down to microscopic details.
Wow.
Yes, and you can tell that there are fingerprints on it, for sure. It's been handled by a person. Let's see, a 17. You can tell that it is elven fingerprints, not human.
Wow.
Yes.
Can we check who the fingerprints belong to?
That.
Is technology not advanced that far?
Yes, they don't have a database of everyone's fingerprints in the Forgotten Realms, no.
Dang. Well, at least we know it's Alvin.
Yes. Are you checking the other side, or are you going to lift it up?
I will check the other side.
Okay. You touch the crowbar to flip it over to the other side, and you feel like at the touch of the crowbar, your vision swims suddenly, and you feel a tingle of electricity from the moon blade at your side. And suddenly you see a woman holding the crowbar, standing in this room. She's dressed in leather armor that's dyed gray, with a gray linen cloak, and the hood is raised, that it's hiding her face. You can't make out her face, but you do see white hair coming out the front of the cloak.
White hair.
The woman moves with surprising grace and speed. She quickly uses the crowbar to pry open several of the crates, rummaging through their contents quickly until she finds a large red ruby. She reaches into a pouch at her waist and pulls out a small glass bead. And she touches it to her lips and whispers, "Baldur's Gate." And then she
The first thing that came into the store.
She smashes the glass bead beneath her heel on the floor, and a magical portal opens up before her, showing a narrow cobblestone alleyway in a rain-slicked city. The woman in gray steps through, and the portal closes behind her.
Well, I think I have helped my senior blacksmith there to make a handle out of a elven heirloom.
No, you didn't make the handle out of the ruby.
Yeah.
You're making a ruby. You're making a handle so the ruby could fit in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what he meant.
Because he said make a ruby handle.
Oh, yeah, he meant like you're making a handle so that the ruby can be inset into it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I have helped somebody steal a elvish heirloom, I think.
That is possible. Yunaria, give me a religion check.
Religion.
Where is that? Oh, it's intelligence. I don't have much intelligence.
Maybe it's based off of
5
real life
plus
stats.
4, 9.
9. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we will. Yes. What would you like to do?
Did I wake up from that trance?
Oh yes. Your vision swims back, and you can see the present again.
Wow.
And Amrul is looking at you as she's in the room and like going through the smashed crates to see, what else has been taken. But she's noticed that you've been in a daze for a moment.
Oh.
She says, "Are you okay, Yunaria?"
Yes, I've just seen a vision
A vision?
from the past.
Really? What did you
Yes.
see?
I saw this cloaked woman in some gray, shiny armor with the
Leather.
crowbar, and she
Leather
broke
armor.
leather armor. No, it was metal armor.
It was leather.
Leather.
Yeah,
Okay.
gray leather. Yeah.
Gray leather armor.
hmm
And she used this crowbar to smash open the crates. And then she looked in her pouch and pulled out this glass bead looking thing and whispered, "Baldur's Gate," and smashed it. And a portal opened and she stepped through it. And then it closed. And she took the ruby, of course.
Oh, this is dire news indeed. And Eldwin's out in the hallway and he's like, "She's lying! That's nonsense!" And,
Fight me over it, huh?
and Amrul just motions for him to be quiet. He says, "This is dire indeed, if this is true." Baldur's Gate, did he?
Yes.
She said.
I'm quite sure.
All right.
Where even is that, Your Majesty?
Baldur's Gate is a human city in the main continent of Faerun.
Human?
In the human lands that the elves have evacuated centuries ago.
Oh my.
Yes. We used to have a kingdom there, kingdom of Illifan. Okay.
Hola.
Look, you can pause for now, or you can stop this video while Luna takes her call. Alright, what were we doing?
After a short intermission. You guys were talking about Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Yes, what did you ask? Oh yes, so Baldur's Gate. Yes, we did have a in ancient times the elves did have a kingdom there called Illifarn, but it's been human territory for a long time now.
Oh my. Is that where Baldur's Gate is?
Yes, Baldur's Gate is located at the very bottom of what used to be the elven kingdom of Illifarn.
Oh. Oh my.
Yes, but yes, the area is savage now. It's untamed,
Oh.
dangerous. What's this? Oh, that's my drawing.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do, Yunaria?
We must quickly go to Baldur's Gate.
I can send you to Baldur's Gate. I have a spell that can take you there.
How will I get back?
It would be a one-way trip.
Oh.
They're the only way to get back to Evermeet from the human lands is by elven ships that know the way. Humans are banned from our island. Human ships don't know the way.
Oh.
No other races know the way. And that's by design, but if you can find an elven ship, it would be able to take you back here.
Are there any elven ships going to Baldur's Gate and back?
There could be. We could find out, but I think given the situation, the easiest way, the The fastest way would be to use magic to get there. I can teleport you there, but like I said, you would have to find your own way back.
Yes. Will I be going alone?
Yes. I'm afraid
Good, because I wasn't taking him with me.
no. I was not going to suggest that, no. But if you are undertaking this quest, I think it's most prudent for you to undertake it alone to prove yourself.
Yes.
If anyone else went with you, then I think that Ildwin and his father could simply claim that your whoever went with you did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I shall be going by myself then. With my dog.
With your dog, I think that's fine.
Oh shoot, I have metal. Not my metal. I have armor waiting. Well, that can wait till I get back.
Well, it'll take me a while to prepare the spell. We can do it tomorrow.
Oh yes. We shall then.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do here?
No.
No? Okay.
I would like to sneer at Eldwin again.
Alright,
Confidently.
give me a intimidation check.
16 plus 2.
No, yes, he rolled a 2. He goes fleeing down the hallway.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Queen Amlarul puts her hand on your shoulder and says, Yunaria, perhaps we shall, when you get back, perhaps we shall discuss diplomacy.
What's that?
It's how one interacts with others and brings them into seeing your point of view so that you may find common ground. It is, shall we say, the opposite of sneering at people, yes?
Don't worry, Your Majesty. I only do it with him.
All right.
Mutual interest.
Me and Eldwin do not share any mutual interest, I assure you.
I can see that.
We will never agree with each other.
It is quite visually noticeable.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna shift back to
Whoosh.
Vondel Battlehammer back in Baldur's Gate. You are working the forge again with Dunnan in the blacksmith shop, pumping the bellows.
Very expertly pumping.
Very expertly. You are keeping it at exactly the right temperature. Just hot enough, but not too hot. Just hot enough to make the metal pliable, but not so hot that it becomes, you know, crystalline or becomes too liquid and difficult to handle. It's just perfect.
Wow.
As usual, there's thick, soot-filled black smoke that's rolling up out of the forge's narrow chimney into the air. And suddenly you hear cackling laughter from above you, and you look up and you see 3 tiny winged creatures swooping down out of the smoke.
Disgusting.
They look like disfigured sprites. They've got black wings, their bodies are black and trail smoke wherever they go, and they have like oversized heads with even and their noses are even big for their heads, and they have huge clawed hands for their tiny spindly arms.
Ah, disformed bats.
Yes.
Oh,
And they
disgusting.
swoop down out of the smoke and attack you. Let me get a map.
I don't think I'll be swinging a greatsword down here. Or will I? You know what, maybe I will be swinging a greatsword down here.
Let me find a map for you.
Greatsword's probably smaller than the pike. Yeah, we'll be swinging a great sword. I get another d6 dead.
You roll it twice.
Sure. I'll roll it twice. Ah. What's this?
Okay. These creatures come swooping in to attack you. You currently do not have your sword, of course, because you're outside working the forge. So what you do have handy are there's a couple of hammers, small hammers that you're using, well, that Dunnan is using on the anvil to forge the dagger with. Oh, I need to put this one. All right, and you are, let's see, you are working the bellows here. Dunnan is here.
Is this not Dunnan?
Sure, that could be Dunnan. That's a better Dunnan.
It's got the hammer and everything.
Yeah. And then there's 3 sprites. Well, 3, they're called smoke methods actually.
Oh, disformed bats. Grr.
And they come swooping down out of the forge's smoke to attack you. Let's see, Luna, do you want to run Dunnan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have, can you give me some scissors, Luke?
Get some man, some scissors.
Caesars.
I'm gonna have some XP myself.
Oh.
I have ate a lot of the XP.
Yes, there's no XP left for anyone.
Stop consuming the XP, Luna.
I can't. It's so delicious. This is your fault, Luke.
I'll give you Dunnan.
Oh, isn't Dad chose this as the XP?
Dad, you brought this upon yourself.
Alright, there you go. There's Dunnan's stats.
Done. Dunnan is done.
Dunnan and Dunnan. Alright. Give me initiative rolls.
Myself and done.
So, D20, right?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Oh, you want me to roll 2?
Yep.
7.
7 and then add your dexterity.
3.
Okay, so you got a 10.
I got a 15 total.
15. I got
Dexterity is DEX, right?
I got a 5. Alright, Luke, you get to go first. So like I said, you have no weapons on you right now.
Mm-hmm.
There is a there's a hammer here that you could go for, or obviously there's a shop full of weapons and stuff inside, but you would have to run inside to get it.
Each one is 5 feet?
Yep.
What is the closest weapon if I were to try and get
I
one?
believe the door. Oh, there's a door here.
What's the closest weapon?
Is it one of these 2?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That I can't grab a sword.
You can grab a sword.
Oh, from here?
Yeah, you can reach that.
One moment, Dunnan. I will be right back.
All right.
Washa!
Vondel flees from the battle. All right.
Vondel has left the chat.
All right. Let's see who's up next. Dunnan, what would you like to do?
Do I have any weapons on me?
Yes, you have the hammer that you're forging with, which is, I think, the hammer that I gave you on your stats. There are other weapons inside that might do more damage, but it'll take you some time to get in there. And
Wandel has left anyway,
yes,
but I shall stay and fight.
okay.
I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a moment.
I will use my hammer.
Uh-huh.
I need them close enough to me.
You would have to take a step. You can throw your hammer too, but then you won't have a hammer anymore.
Oh yeah, I shall step. Oh.
Yep, you can take a move action and still make an attack.
Yep, okay. I move 1 space.
Okay.
And I shall attack that little pesky fellow there.
Alright. Give me your attack roll. Does he have just one attack? Actions? Yes, he has just one attack. So make your attack roll. It's +4 to hit.
+4 of a d4?
No. Roll a d20 and then add 4 to it.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
good.
why. Why is this man so strong?
5!
9 is a miss. Alright.
Out of all the options in the world, a 9. Worth
The Mephits begin to swarm around Dunnan.
Oh no, what have you done?
This one attacks him. And he comes in with his claws. And let's see.
What did
He
he attack? What did he roll?
He rolled
He had
a-
an armor class.
he rolled a 16.
17 is my armor
Alright, that
class.
is a miss. And then he attacks another 16 from the second guy. And then this guy swarms over. Oh, get rid of that, because we're not going to use that hammer. And he attacks and rolls a 19 plus
Oh,
for
no.
23. He hits you 4, and then let's roll the damage. That is a hit, I assume.
Yep.
This one comes in and slashes Dunnan across the face for 5 points of damage.
He has a 20 hit point.
He has 20. All right.
It says 20 and then it's in parentheses and it says 1d10 plus 14.
Oh yeah, that's his hit dice. All right, so you can just write down his current hit points over here and keep track of it, okay?
15.
All right. Okay. Now we're back to the top of the round, Luke. 1, 2, 3.
Vondel has entered the chat.
All right. Vondel returns from his cowardly act of running away.
Look, I was grabbing a weapon, alright? I was grabbing a weapon.
All right. What are you gonna do? You've got a great sword now.
Oh, I got a great sword. Ah, perfect. Alright, let's be using that. Alright. So my great sword damage is 2d6 plus 6.
All right. What are you gonna roll to hit first?
Oh, right. A 3!
Oh no!
Do I plus my... I'm guessing... I'm guessing a 7 won't be doing anything.
You-
9 did nothing, my boy.
Total of 7. You swing and it easily avoids your attack. It
Oh.
flaps its wings once and soars over your sword
I
easily.
got a 3! I got a whole d20
And
and I got a 3.
It cackles in glee and taunts you. Alright.
Grr.
Dunnan, what do you want to do?
My useless apprentice will do nothing. 14 plus... I don't know, just 14.
+4, I think, right?
I mean, I'm not
Strength.
telling you damage.
So your attack is listed here. It's +4 to hit.
Oh, okay. Plus 4.
Wait, is my attack bonus is plus 6?
Your attack bonus is +6.
Wait, is it my strength or is it my attack bonus?
What do you mean?
that I add to my.
Use your great sword, so it's +6.
3 plus 6 is still.
Yeah, you get your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, alright. Sorry, then my last one would have been a 9. But
Still a
that
miss.
Still doesn't hit.
All right, give me your damage, Luna.
1d10 plus. No. 1d4 plus 4, I think. I don't know. It says hit 6. And then parentheses 1d4 plus 4.
So you do 1d4 plus 4 with the hammer.
Oh, shoot. That wasn't a roll. That was a drop. 3.
3, so 7 points of damage.
Let's go, yeah.
All right, sounds good. You go slash into it, and its form like disapparates into smoke a little bit, and then it forms itself back again. And it has a shocked expression on your face and on its face. Oh! And it comes in and attacks you, slashing at you, and you easily block it with your hammer and swat it away. And the one behind that comes in, and you smash that one away as well. And then the third one comes after Vondel, after jumping over your sword. It comes in for an 11, 15.
That is my armor class.
Your armor class is 15.
So I'm guessing that's a hit.
That is a hit.
Dang.
Just barely. And it slashes at you for 6 points of damage,
Aye.
slashing your bald head
I'm
from
now
above.
I'm at 14 hit points.
All right, write down your 14 hit points. Keep track there. All right, Vondel, you're up now.
Alright, let's try this again.
All right,
Imagine it's a 1.
A 9 plus my 6, 15.
15 is enough. You hit. You slash into it. It tries to evade you, but it's not quick enough.
Get over here, sucker. 4, 6, that's 16 hit.
Oh, 16. That is a excellent hit. And let's see. Yes, an excellent hit indeed. But it's formed like you slash your sword through it, and it just explodes into a cloud of smoke. And you think you've taken care of it, but then it slowly reshapes itself, and it's kind of woozy looking.
It's a little tipsy.
Yes. All right, Luna,
I've weakened
done
it.
in
Finish it off.
7
7 plus.
plus 4.
Oh, you just barely miss. It just barely scrapes the side of it, but doesn't seem to do any real damage to it.
Darn.
And it comes back after you and lunges at you, but you dodge aside, and it smashes into the anvil. And the second one, you don't even know where it went. It seems to have disappeared. And then the one that's just reformed fighting Vondel, he comes back in again. He's woozy. Oh, and he rolls a 17 to hit.
Oh.
that hits.
He just comes spiraling straight at you and face hugs you. It starts scratching at the sides of your head for 6 more points of damage. All right, Vondel, your turn.
Let's see if we can finish off this sucker.
All right.
I roll a 16 plus my 6, 22.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
You're screwed, sucker. 2, a 6, that's 8 plus my 6, 14.
14. Yes, you throw it off of your face and then whack it with your sword like a baseball player.
Pew! Gone like Team Rocket.
It again, yes, it again explodes into
What do they say?
Team
We're
Rocket
blasting
blasting
off again.
Wow! Wow, perfect.
And it's gone. Alright. Dunnan, what do you want to do?
Last batter of the ninth.
Oh, there's still 3 of them, Mark.
Home
Two of them.
run.
I shall go in for an attack. 12 plus 4. 16.
That's a hit. Roll your damage. 1
Plus
plus 4.
plus 4. 5.
5. Alright. You smash it with your hammer and it goes spinning off into the air. And then the second one comes back out of nowhere and dive bombs you. But you managed to avoid it. And then the one that went spinning off comes back again and slashes you.
It does. It hits.
Yes, it hits. It connects with a 18
Dang.
and hits you for 3 points of damage.
We at, what are we at? We at 12.
It comes in and just scrapes across your side.
Yeah. 8.
Yeah. He got two 6s on me, bro.
Comes coming past you there.
Dang.
Alright. Vondel, what are you gonna do?
On its way past your head, I move over and take a swing with my great sword. 13 plus 6, 19.
19 is a hit. Roll your damage.
A 2.
2.
A 4.
A 4.
And that 12 hit 12 points of damage.
Oh, 12 is enough. You smash it into the ground and it goes poof, and smoke and soot goes everywhere.
Ah,
Dunnan, your
disgusting little
turn.
creatures.
There's one more that's coming back at you.
Oh, darn.
Coming back around.
17.
17 is a hit. Roll your damage.
2 plus 4. 6.
6. You smash it with your hammer. And it seems very dazed now. It's, it looks around for its friends. Friends gone?
Oh no.
Oh no! And it turns and takes off. Alright. Oh, you get to make an attack of opportunity as it flees.
Opportunity.
Yeah, meaning that like it turned and it's not paying attention to you anymore. It's just trying to get away.
Ah.
So as it's not paying attention, you get a free attack against
Oh,
it.
let's go.
Yep.
Double.
Yep. Roll your 2-hit roll. No. 2-hit.
10 plus 4.
10.
14.
That's a hit. Roll your damage. 1. No.
Plus 4.
5. Not quite enough to kill it, but enough to hurt it. Yeah, it's trailing smoke as it flees away.
Get away.
Yeah, it's getting away. Vondel, you're going to do anything?
You can throw your great sword. Or you could pick up the hammer that was there and throw that one.
You know what? We'll take a shot at it. We pick up the hammer and we chuck it.
Alright, make your attack roll.
I wonder how Vondel is at throwing
Oh,
out
it's a
7.
hit!
It's a hit?
It's a hit. He rolled a 17 plus. I don't know what you need. You need, let's see. You get your proficiency and your strength.
Oh wait, I own a hammer somehow. Yeah, I own a hammer. But
Yeah, you get your full plus 6, so that's 23. Yep, that's a good hit. Roll your damage. That's 1d4 plus 4. See if you can take it out.
4,
Is
8.
exactly what you needed. It had 8 hit points left. Oh, you just smashed it.
Just too good Vondel battle.
And your hammer, you throw the smithing hammer. It goes smashing straight through the fleeing Mephit, and then goes whizzing past like a citizen who's walking down the street. Hey! But you have destroyed the Mephit. Very good.
Vondel Battle Hammer is just too strong.
Alright. Let's see. Vondel, give me a Arcana check.
I don't know. Wait.
Give me an Arcana check and a Religion check.
It's an intelligence.
Yeah, I think they're both intelligence.
I have both plus zeros for this.
Yeah, knowledge is usually intelligence.
I got an 11 for Arcana,
Uh-huh.
and then a 6 for Religion.
Okay, so Vondel, yes, you are aware that these creatures are Mephits, and you're aware that Mephits are creatures of the elemental planes. Do you know what planes are? I'm asking Luke and Luna if you guys know what planes are. No.
It's like a flat land thing.
Yeah, in mathematics, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, a plane is a flat piece of geometry that goes on to infinity, basically, in all directions, right?
Yeah.
So what they mean by planes in Dungeons and Dragons is, you know how there's kind of like a multiverse in the Marvel universe,
Yeah.
right? Like they go from one universe to another.
Yeah.
Yeah, planes are kind of like a multiverse in Dungeons and Dragons. But so there's the universe. So Dungeons and Dragons doesn't have a multiverse like Marvel does, where there's multiple copies of the universe, right? It has one universe, and that's called the Prime Plane, the Prime Material Plane. And then surrounding that is a bunch of the elemental planes. Those are called the inner planes, and those comprise like the elemental building blocks of the Prime Material Plane. So those are like the elemental plane of fire, and the elemental plane of earth, and the elemental plane of air, which is a plane that's just sky, basically,
Fire.
right?
Air.
Yeah, exactly.
Water. These are the 4 elements.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway.
And then there's the plane of water, of course.
Avatar, the last airbender.
Yes. And then where these planes touch each other, they sort of cross each other a little bit, right? So where the elemental plane of air crosses the elemental plane of earth, that's the elemental plane of smoke. Or no, sorry, where the elemental plane of fire crosses the elemental plane of air is the elemental plane of smoke. Those are actually called para-elemental planes. But that's getting into the weeds a little bit. Anyway, so smoke Mephits are from the para-elemental plane of smoke, basically. And they are able to cross into the prime material plane in areas where there's a lot of smoke. Areas of the prime material plane that
High density of smoke.
share their element, right? Like the elemental plane of air is very similar, if not the place where your quest was in the first adventure, right? Just a plane that's all sky, made of creatures that just live in the sky, or made out of cloud or sky or air, you know, that sort of thing. Let's see, what else?
Earth? Just on the ground?
Yeah, it's just all earth. It's just all, and there's lots of like, the elementals are made of earth, and there's creatures there that can tunnel and eat earth and burrow through it, you know. It's a very different place than the prime world, you know. And then if we go beyond that, that's the inner planes, then there's the outer planes. And the outer planes are like the 7 heavens and the 9 hells and the abyss and the Elysium and like and the twin paradises and the plane of limbo and all of these. Those are called the outer planes. And those roughly correspond to the alignments of lawful good, chaotic evil, chaotic good, that sort of thing.
Mm.
And the outer planes is also where the gods live, and that's where the souls of people go when they die. Yeah, that all sort of makes sense. You all kind of know this just from living in the world, but just as players, I'm giving you some background.
So they know where the gods live?
Yeah. I mean, not specifically, you don't know the address or anything like that, but you know that there are heavens, just the way that, in religion, in the Christian religion, they talk about heaven and hell and stuff like that. In the same way, like the
But they know for sure.
elves will talk about like Arborea and stuff like that. That's like their version of heaven and that sort of thing.
Do they know for sure?
Some of them do. Yeah, there's magic that can take you there.
Oh.
Yeah.
They can come back?
Some of them,
Oh,
if they're lucky. They're very dangerous places, of course.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's why the people there are all dead.
Yeah. Let's see, you got an 11 on your Arcana check?
Yep.
Let's see, what else do you know? I guess that's it, yeah.
That's all you know.
Yeah, that was enough. You know that methods exist, you know where they're from, and you know that they can break through in areas that are strongly associated with their plane.
Mm.
Yeah. We should probably call it there. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Great.
Yeah, we got pretty far. That was...
Day 2 complete.
Yes.